Hagan sent me a message telling me that he promises not to kill you if you don't play any cards against him. Well, deal 2 damage to the leftmost enemy minion. So again, I'm out to do a Death Rattle deck here again because he's going to be killing a load of minions. I'm actually going to do my Hunter Death Rattle. I've never tried out this deck before. I've never played this deck, so I don't know how good it is. It might actually be a really terrible deck, but we'll find out. Oh, he's a Warlock, is he? Hagan the Unclean. As a Warlock. You think you're safe here? As I was talking about Undertaker earlier, I'm so happy that I finally got a piloted shredder. I only managed to craft it yesterday. So, as you can tell, I prefer wild to standard. Either way, this turn I'm gonna, because another good thing about this is if you play it on turn 1 and then play a Death Rattle minion every turn from then on, well, on turn 2 you would have had a 2-2, it would have been a 2-2, then it would have been a 2-3, a 3-2, then a 4-2. So it's always going to be able to deal with the standard health of a minion of any particular level, unless it's an Overload or a Warlock card like that, which has a downside to it. This isn't actually going too well. Destroy last minion. He's gonna deal 1 damage probably to the Felguard because that's just what happens. The Huge Toad actually has a chance of killing the Blood Imp, which would actually be really handy for me, because this is just gonna basically, I can't deal 1 damage to this because I can't do 1 damage to this because it's just gonna heal it every time. But that might be it. It might give it to that. Just will deal 3 damage to your hero. This is why, if this was a card you could put in your deck, I'm pretty sure that it would be. It's actually a decent card. It's basically just a more tanky Flame Imp, that deals damage afterwards. So you could actually, theoretically, you could play it and silence it. Play it, attack, then silence it, and nothing bad would come out of it. I hope it kills the Felguard. Nope, it kills the Flame Imp. Great. Not ideal, because this is massively buffed. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you get this from Karazhan. You get that from Karazhan as well. I'm actually Moat Lurker here because that would because it destroys it. Sure, it's going to come back later, but it actually gets rid of all the buffs. So that's actually fine. No, he's actually dealing a lot of damage to me. Ooh, Kel'Thuzad. I don't really want to play Kel'Thuzad while I've got this because it would activate, because it would give him a Felguard every time he died. But as it is, he's died and he's got his Felguard back. So I think this is game over. Actually, this is game over because I couldn't get enough of a grasp on the board on turn 1. So no, wrong side. Right. I have added a restart, but I think that actually restarts, so I don't think it actually gives me a chance to change decks. So I don't think this deck actually worked. I don't think a Death Rattle deck's quite what I wanted because he doesn't really use his hero power very often. Oh well. He just plays a load of minions that are awkward to deal with. I could do this, but I've done that before and I've showed you that one, so I might do a slightly different deck. My Yogg deck. If you don't know what Yogg's are on, it's basically it casts a spell. It's a 7 mana, I think. No, yeah, I think it's 7. No, it's 10 mana. 10 mana, 7/5. But when you play it, it casts a random spell from any class. Here you go. Cast a random spell for each spell you cast this game. Target's chosen randomly. 10 cost 7/5. I'm actually going to throw that one. So basically, if you're going to have a Yogg deck, then you basically just want a load of spells. And it's even more insane when you've got Bran Bronzebeard on the thing because it doubles it as well. So you could potentially have like 40 spells on Yogg. The good thing about about this kind of control deck is every minion he plays, I'm just going to be able to deal with. I can actually just deal with really easily. So I'm just going to Flaming Torch now. I'm sure some of you are thinking, you shouldn't be wasting your spells on that, but when you think about it, it's actually best if I use them, because it shuffles a 6 damage spell into my deck, meaning that I've got more burn. So he's on 24. If I get my 2 fireballs and then both my flaming torches, then my roaring torches, then I can actually potentially burst him down in 2 turns. And the Flame Walker, and then Fireball the Sheep. This isn't the most ideal situation here. I don't know why he did that. He should have just eruptioned first, because then his ooze wouldn't have been injured. Yeah, the AI is weird. And if I freeze that, he can't attack me. And then I can just Firelands Portal him. I can just Firelands Portal the Felguard. Yeah, if I just do that. I get 5/5. Ooh, nice. That's probably the best thing I could have got. Yeah, every time you cast... Yeah, that was just amazing. Yeah. I think that's probably won me the game. No, it hasn't won. I would have saved that until I had, say, a Mortal Coil, because then I would Mortal Coil it to get it down to 2. Then I could play Bane of Doom and hope I get Mal'Ganis. Because I don't really want him killing this, because I just want to deal a lot of damage. But he's just going to eruption it, so no biggie. Ooh. That's an aggressive play, that. But I can just Flame Lance that, and then play my Kobold. In fact, I might Fireball, and then put Kobold. I hate the Blood Imp, because it's got stealth and it's got no attack, so it's just going to deal damage every turn. I don't know. Does a spell from Yogg-Saron summon things from the Summoning Stone? I don't think so, because I haven't played from my hand, but it'd be interesting to find out. Well, I'm not going to find out now, am I? That was grand. I'm just going to play Yogg-Saron. Who's it going to Fireball me? I Fireballed my face. It's going to Polymorph Yogg. A Sprint. Fist of Jaraxxus, what's it going to attack? It's going to kill that, that's good. And it's going to deal damage to all his non-existent minions. Okay. Oh, I get Snipe. Snake Trap. That's helpful. Totemic Might. Soulfire? No! It's got no, that's not good. So that dealt 10 damage to me. That's not ideal. That wasn't a very good Yogg. That's the thing about Yogg. RNG, all the RNG of it. All the RNG. Right, so Summoning Stone, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mana Worm, Firebolt. I know Sorcerer's Apprentice is kind of a weird thing to put with the Summoning Stone, but at this point I just need minions on the board, just to threaten him. I'm actually going to play that because that's a high value card, and this can go face. 4/4. Okay. Let's if I just go face. Fireball that, and then go boom, and boom, that's actually death. I didn't actually notice that that's death. Nice. I should have taken a shower because he's unclean. That's quite funny. I am seething with anger. Seething. So how many things have I got? Right, another 4. Right, so Lotheb, last one in this. Just being near Lotheb causes you less throw. So I recommend a melee class. Now, Lotheb is actually quite easy. He's basically a hunt. His hero power is basically a hunter hero power. Deal damage to the face. So it doesn't really matter. I like my Barnes deck. Barnes is a Barnes is a legendary that you get in Karazhan. His battle cry is summon a 1/1 version of a random minion you've got on your deck. So I basically got a load of minions with cool abilities. So I haven't got very many battle cry minions in this. Now it seems like he's got a lot of health and he seems like he's OP, but actually, if I remember rightly, he plays a load of things which just buff your minions massively. So I don't really want to play this because it's not going to heal me very much. Oh, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Summon a spore. Now these spores are what makes him so OP. Give all enemy minions +8 attack, and it's got 1 health. This is why it's so easy. Vanda's actually can play the Shade of Naxxramas because when that dies, we've got another spore. Okay. Please don't call my Shade. I could Lightning Storm here. Yeah, I might just Lightning Storm here and hope that dies. Does that survive? Yes, it does. So I'm just going to deal 1 damage to that and silence it. And I'm actually going to go face because the Death Rattle heals me. There we go. That's why he has so much health, because it's so easy to get overpowered with that. And then he's just going to Death Charger into my 19-2. Deals 3 damage to himself, because he's also suicidal. Vitality Totem will heal me up to full health. I'll have 6 mana next turn. Can't even Stormcrack because that wouldn't kill him. I guess I could Flame Tongue. Oh. Flame Tongue, Stormcrack, Defend Creeper, and do that. And summon one of them. Not the best play ever, I must admit, but it's dealt with his taunt. Why do I have memories that this was an easy battle? Because it's really not. Maybe this is the wrong deck to play. Summon a Spore. Okay. Maybe I should... I'll play Cultizad. No, Cultizad's a really bad play this turn. Because I've got no minions. I've got Ancient Brewmaster. The main reason I've got Ancient Brewmaster is so I can return Barnes to my hand. This deck is based around Barnes, so if I don't draw Barnes, then it's kind of bad. Oh, he's going to suicide everything into this, isn't he? Alright, Barnes. Oh, that's odd. That was an odd choice. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Alright, so Cultizad, because then I can just do that. He's going to die, but Cultizad will revive him. And that's going to kill that as well. So he's now a 14-8. Well, 15-9 now. I've got my Stormwind Champion back. So that. What should I do? Do 5 damage to a minion, summon a Spore. Okay. don't really want to silence anything. Let's I'll play Barnes, see what I get from Barnes. What do I get? Oh, got Morose, nice. And the good thing is, if Morose dies, he'll get summoned back again as another 1/1, and he stealthily summons 1/1s. That's kind of powerful. So if I do that, and that, then play the ringleader. In fact, I should have played the ringleader first, but oh well. Alright, so he's actually going to kill me next turn with his necrotic aura. So if I silence that, everything is awesome, and then just go face with everything. There we go. So it doesn't matter what deck you've got, you're always going to beat this first time or second time, because it's so easy to win. As long as you just kill his spores at the right moment. That's fine. You keep killing my minions. Stop it right this minute. But anyway, that was the play quarter. That was the second quarter of the 5. Next time I'll be fighting the Vesuvius, got the Harvester and the 4 Horsemen. So until then, see you next time. Goodbye.